There's another one, the one that will give you a house in less than 24 hours. So people have been chatting me up on how to get family accommodation for students. So I've met 1 or 2 people that have issues with getting family accommodation, and I know how I've really suffered in trying to get an accommodation for myself and for my family. So I said, let me make this video. I'm sure it's going to help 1 or 2 people. From my own experience, they are going to learn 1 or 2 things, and then it will help fasten how you get your own accommodation. So number 1, first and foremost, I would say the most important thing from what I have learned and from what I've experienced, the most important thing will be guarantor. Guarantor is a very big key. It's very, very important that you have a guarantor before you even start anything at all. Before you start looking for a house, when you come, make sure you have a guarantor. Now there are, like, let me say, some houses will ask, some agency will ask you for a UK citizen. Some will ask you for full-time working guarantor, and another set of people, agents might just ask you for, they don't want a dependent. So some might take a dependent, some a dependent that is working full-time, and another set of people might not even want to take a dependent at all. Some will just tell you the highest is UK citizen, and you know which that might be difficult. So please, try and have a guarantor before you start. I would say if you're a full-time staff, a full-time guarantor that is working in the UK and maybe have stayed above 5 years, that will fly. That will go a long way, instead of getting a dependent that is just here for 1 year and is working full-time. It might not work for some agency, but for some agency it might work. So guarantor is the first thing. Then there are some sites. I want to talk about some sites that you can go on and search for houses. So while you're still in Nigeria, you can be searching for houses there. I'm sure a lot of people know about all these sites. So you can go on the market. There are a lot of houses on the market. Then when you get there, when you see houses you want, you can make call. You can go on Rightmove, Zoopla, Facebook Market. Now for Facebook Market, you see a lot of houses. Even real landlords, direct landlords, can post their houses on Facebook Market. But the issue is that on Facebook Market you can get scammers. Yeah, a lot of people get scammed of their money. So will even tell you need to pay holding fee. Now these are some of the red flags you need to check. Some people will tell you need to pay holding fee before you can do the viewing, or you need to quickly pay. There are a lot of people that are on their way. A lot of people want to pay for the house, so if you don't pay, you will not get it and all that. Run away from those people. Tell them if you don't see, you are not paying for the house. Or if you have somebody, if you're still in Nigeria, if you have somebody that can go and view the house, let the person view the house for you guys first. Don't take videos. Or some people will take videos, and because what you see on picture is direct, is completely, I used to hear it at one day, like it's completely different from what is physical. Some, the first time they finished that house, that picture is what they will keep sending, and when you go to the house, you see that the house has already spoiled. So please make sure that you have somebody that will show you real video of how the house looks first before you make payments. Now then houses, you can go on my 13. Now my 13, people don't really talk about it, but a colleague told me about my 13, and she's a student and she got her house on my 13. The juicy part about my 13 is that those houses, there is no holding fee. You know that in the UK, all the houses you pay holding fee, 1 month or 5 weeks holding fee, and then 1 month rent. So you are paying times 2 or forever you are paying. But with my 13, you don't have to do that. All you do is, so it's like, I think they are under council, and then all the landlords are, most of the landlords put up their houses there. There's no landlords that don't go through agencies, so they put up their houses there, and some of them are council houses. So some houses you might be lucky to even pay per week, and the houses are cheaper. So you might be lucky to get a house for 300, 350, and then you just pay. Like, but when you are filling for, when you go on the My 13, you need to put on all your details, your rental history, even if it's from Nigeria, your landlord's number, your passport, your everything, your right to work, must have started working in the UK, because when I filled it, because I had filled the form, but just I got a house before I was able to get a house on my 13. Then I think I put on my 2 months statement of payment slip. Yeah, I put up my 2 months payment slip. So all those things, you need to put them up on my 13 before, so you don't need to do any checks on you. Once they've credited you on that my 13, that's all. You get a house, the council will allocate the house to you, and then you make payments. And my friend got a house there. Now she's staying in the house and she didn't have to pay. And they have a lot of houses on my 13. So I think you people can go ahead and check my 13. It's affordable for students. Then when you come to the UK and then you're still stuck around, I feel you should walk around all those agencies. There are a lot of agencies that deal with houses that they don't even put online. Some of the houses are not even yet put up online. You go to all those agencies and talk to them. You're looking for a house. Don't just stay. You can still be doing the online, but then talk to people. Now, church, very important. Talk to people in the church. There are a lot of people in churches that are landlords. There are a lot of Nigerians, yes, that have houses in the UK. So talk to them. You might be lucky that someone knows a landlord that will just help you out, and then you'll be able to get a house. And for my own case, I was lucky because I searched for housing. This girl searched for house tire like 2 months. I didn't find house and no see house. I was just lucky because after praying and fast, I told God, see that they had about 5 viewings to do. And then I was so lucky that in the morning, my first viewing, I even left class before class finished. I was like, today I must get house. I don't know where house will come up, but house must come out. The first house I was going to view, so you just need to be smart. And one thing about this viewing is that the first person that pays the holding fee gets the house. I've lost a lot of houses because I wasn't lucky to pay the holding fee early. I did a video about that holding fee, how I lost another one. So that was why I was so quick with this one. I didn't just want to lose because I've lost house. At this point, it's not even about getting a fine house. It's about getting a place for your family to put their head. So all those backyards, this one, that one, that people are really picky. There's no time to pick. When you don't wait 2 months, you know go to pick house again. Any house where you see, go put your head there, make you sleep. Don't mind this girl. Finally, when I came to view the house, I was lucky. What was important about this particular house is that the house didn't have anything to do with Guarantor. So they were doing a student family accommodation. Now, those are the things you should look out for. Look for agencies that are doing student family accommodation. So, you know, for students, the search is not deep. It's just like on the surface. So you don't need a guarantor, you don't need anything. All you need is your deposit. So if your rent is, let me say, like my rent is 475, and then I just needed to pay 6 months, so I paid 500 plus for holding fee. In total was like £1,050 that I paid. And so you just need to really move around and get informed and search all the agencies and give them all your number. If a house comes up, they should call you. You need to attack the team bumper to bumper. I know it's not easy, but just sitting down in the room and doing it online is good too. You search on Facebook and all that is good too. Then call all the numbers. Like even when you feel like on Zoopla or Rightmove and everything, sometimes I wake up in the morning, I've called more than 10 agencies. I'm calling them. I still walk to their office. Even if it's, let me say it's Rightmove. Now I'll still enter their office and say, please, do you still have us? After I've checked online, I'll still enter their office and still check. So those are all the things you need to be doing. I'm sure that when you do all these things, it will take you a long way. Then reference, you need, apart from Guarantor, you need reference. But there's another one, the one that will give you a house in less than 24 hours. This is the catch of all. The one that will give you a house in less than 24 hours is 6 months rent. Guys, when you have your 6 months rent, you just tell them, and when they are telling you, you need to bring this, you need to bring Guarantor, you tell them, I'm paying 6 months rent. They will drop the key for you immediately. So please, if you have money, say you look for a house that is for 400 or for 500, 6 months rent is £3,000. When you drop £3,000, because why they are scared of giving you the house is that you don't have a job, you are just coming, and they don't want a break in the payment of the rent. They don't want a break in the payment of the rent, so they need someone that will just give them, that will continue paying. And your guarantor, see, guarantor is not a joke in this country. It's not like Nigeria that you just get somebody to guarantor you and then they'll just pay. It's not like that here. Guarantor is a very heavy thing, because when you spoil anything on the property, when you skip your payments, your guarantor is going to pay. Like, it's not like they're going to ask him, they will remove it from his account, because he will give you his account details and they will attach his account details. So it's not easy to get a guarantor. But it's someone that really knows you very well that will say, okay, I will do it for you. But then it's not an easy thing. So, because they will debit the person. So guys, when you have your 6 months rent, I would just say, if you're not rich enough to have your 6 months rent, then try and follow all those other processes that I've said. But if you have your 6 months rent, guys, you will get your house ASAP in 24 hours, because that's what happened to my classmate. She kept on searching for house. She couldn't get a house. Her father is buoyant. The moment her father gave her money, when the girl, she said, how she said, I gave them 6 months rent and they just gave me the house. I said, that's good, man. So, you just give them 6 months rent and they drop key for you. So guys, thank you, and I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. I hope I covered a lot of topics, and I will try to keep posting more videos. Yeah, ciao.